I'm Aarron Deliu and I'm here at the Central Coast Airfest in Santa Maria. And I'm going to take you into the cockpit and behind the scenes with me into the hangar so you can see what it takes to make this flight happen.
I see him down there in the Corvette.
A partial for Lockheed.
Mic's on. I'm sure I'll it up. Okay, like let's roll. So it's Airshow day. Gonna get the plane ready. Everyone's already over there. They've got all the beautiful warbirds, but I've got to get my extra across there. We're starting in about 1 hour, so time compression. But the drive here, I have to drive past this little place. There's a little museum, and they've got 2 cool planes I want to show you. There's an F4 and a Burt Rutan special called a Quickie Q1. I don't know if that's the one that crashed, but there's one that actually, they put 2 little jets on it, and in the Mojave Desert, unfortunately they had an incident. Here's our hangar. Let's pull up and get rolling. This weather is beautiful. Hey, look at this, California weather. So a couple of things while we're in the kind of semi-shade in the hangar, out of the wind. It's good to do a quick walk around. And so I always start by the cockpit. Rip this canopy cover on. You don't really need to use it, but it gets dusty out here. So first thing, so let's see if we've got any issues with the controls. Battery is good. Fuel is good. Smoke oil is good. We serviced the aircraft yesterday. We did smoke oil and fuel. So today all we've got to do is focus on airworthiness and getting the plane over the site. These barn door ailerons make this aircraft roll at 440 degrees a second. So there's a lot of force on these rod ends down in these hinges. My beautiful sight, my string, won't fly the aircraft without the string. Pitot tube, it's good, solid. We have 2 sights under here. We've got windows where I can see torque tubes at my rods and rod ends by the ailerons. Check them. They're good. Wheel spat, secure. Wheel condition, I've checked the wheel condition yesterday. This is the pitch link, so this is for the constant speed propeller. This is what enables this prop to like twist and change its angle. So we check all the connections, the lock wires. Always turn the prop through a couple of blades. Feel some of the compression, make sure it's all good. Intake, it's clear, everything is good. So that's the air that comes in. One thing is all these screws and cowlings. Yesterday after the performance, I came in, found this screw a little loose. So I tightened that up. Just check the other side. You gotta think about it like the plane is being worked so hard, plus or minus 10 G. Yesterday I didn't do plus or minus 10 G. It was actually quite reduced because the air was so sticky I didn't have to actually put in a lot of G. So same under here, looking, everything looks good. Let's look under these windows. Coming back to the brakes too. Look back here, these are the Behringer brakes. They're really good. I can see no leaking and they're all good. I checked the pads yesterday. This is my camera mount. It's what gives us the cool content you see when I do like 360 stuff and spinning around. It looks like it's floating out in front of the wing. Back to the aileron. Checking those hinge points. Back here we get to the elevator. Same thing, hinge points. Making sure that there's no play or no movement. And it's reaching full deflection, which it is. And same with the rudders. Same thing, hinges, the full stops. My hands are now getting filthy from all the oil. I do a lot of preventative maintenance, so before an item fails, I want to deal with it. So I could see that there was some issues with my mixture lever and it wasn't the Bowden cable. And so instead of just continuing to fly, it was still operational and serviceable, but I could tell it wasn't feeling the same. Inspect it, I can see, hey, it's got a limited lifespan. Let's just like replace it. So it was really nice. The team at Lycon had a unit on site, went in there, they replaced it and was able to do the show. So we're back at the cockpit. Big thing with the cockpit is just making sure I've got everything and everything's secure, right? I got Kanga and Joey. They'll be out. The plane is good, canopy is good, secure. I'll do a check while I taxi across there, I'll do an engine check. So I got some little sayings, like these are just a little sticker thing. Every now and then I'll just make a new sticker and just put it up there. And flip it upside down is for me just to like flip it upside down, chill, take it upside down and enjoy it. I'm always reminding myself, life is so short, so got to enjoy it while we can.
So flip it upside down.
Flip it upside down. Being from Australia, right? Down under. I always like, you saw my routine. A lot of the time I'm upside down, but that feels right side up to me. And the joke is, Australia's on the opposite side of the earth, so upside down is right for me, but I'm gonna stop talking and get the plane out. So everything's clear. There's a lot of things you can get hangar rash, so it's important to always make sure you're not gonna cause any damage. I like to push the plane facing backwards, 'cause believe it or not, I can see more. I should taxi that way, but I want to taxi back that way. I want to go buy that quickie and the F4. So I'm gonna go check the oil right now. I'll show you how we do the oil check. I'm just gonna grab a tool for that. It's just a screwdriver. I can come into here. And what you want to see is somewhere between 10 and 12. I like to run it with a little bit more oil. It's good. More oil is not always better, but up to the maximum. You can actually go to 14. But it'll just spit it out. And see, there's a little tube at the very back of the plane. That's my oil breather. There's a little ball in this container. It's called the Christian oil system. When this ball is in certain areas, oil will escape and get through into this canister. So need an escape for it. I call it my rear wheel lubrication system. So it just drops oil on my rear wheel, so I never have to lubricate it. So final check. Big thing is looking after these planes, you want to make sure that there's no rocks on an initial startup. This is obviously spinning and it can pick up a lot of rocks, throw it over the plane. But once you're going and under momentum, it's not so much flick up. So we are good. Let's jump in.
What I like about this is I have an opportunity to warm my engine and check. Sometimes you don't have that opportunity, and so right before show, you're starting up. You could have a problem with a magneto, problem with your pitch linkage, fuel. This gives me the perfect opportunity to just check all that stuff.
I got someone about 3 miles out. I'll have you.
I actually do all the checks as if I'm going to go fly.
On and continue your inspection.
Sorry for the radio. I've got to keep listening, even though I want to share as much as I can with you guys.
Speaker 98 November.
Need to keep listening. But this is cool. You got the fireys, and these are the guys that keep us safe.
Clear of 20.
If something goes bad, these are the ones that are going to save you. I mean, that's not the only reason to be nice to them, but I used to be a volunteer firefighter, so I think those guys are just so cool. In Australia, we have a bunch of fires, obviously, and so volunteer bush firefighter taught me a lot. And ground, g'day. This is Aaron, taxiing in November 718 Alpha Delta. I'm coming up on a taxiway. You'll see me from the T-hangers. I just want to taxi down Alpha to join uniform and park up.
Number 718 Alpha to San Diego. Good morning. Proceed on Alpha to parking.
Alpha to parking, thanks.
Is my hair all good? I used to have long hair. I used to have dreadlocks. When I was a kid, it was all about, surfer life. Had hair up to here, or I should say down to here. Yeah, when I decided to be a pilot, gone. I was like, okay, time to be serious. So whenever I meet a young guy with long hair or like just a messy haircut, and they say they want to be a pilot, I'm like, day one, get your haircut. Take it serious. I'm 35 minutes from going flying. It's time to get ready. Always wear a flight suit. This is a fireproof flight suit, and I also have some fancy shoes. It's kind of cool. They're these lift shoes. They've got these cool heel sliders. Makes it super easy for me to slide on the rudders. So I'm able to be like really quick and really snappy. In the beginning, when I started to learn to fly, I had to have the same pair of socks, the shoes, the watch, and was always fixated on everything being perfect. I found that was the worst way to be. Because when suddenly something's out of place, it doesn't work. And aviation is always going to be something that goes wrong. And it depends on how you react. And you've got to learn to be able to react with agility, precision, to be able to get the job done. Never been filmed getting dressed before, it's kind of cool. This is all like legit, raw, unfiltered. You're seeing behind the scenes that no one's seen before. Like literally, I'm getting dressed in front of you guys. And that's what we want to do, is like bring you on the journey and show you when things go wrong, it's gonna happen.
Can you read me down there? Hey boss, is Huggy on frequency? Not hearing him.
So yeah, flight suit, fireproof, shoes, shirt, undergarment, got my sunnies, my watch, I have my phone ready, my slip, got my sequence in the plane, cameras are all set up, done smoke oil, done fuel, I've set my valve, batteries are replaced on the cameras, done the walk around. I'm gonna calm myself now. You wanna slow things down and just be present in the moment. You can imagine you've got a lot of things going on, a camera in your face, someone wants to interview you. I find it really hard to turn away a kid that comes up and is like, hey, I want to meet you. And it's like, oh, it's so cool. That one interaction could be so pivotal, like it was for me. This reason I'm in this game and flying and living my dream life is because I met a guy that spent 5 minutes with me when I was a young kid. I was 14. It changed my life. So someone can always break that bubble if they're excited and passionate, because I don't want to miss that opportunity to ignite the spark. Okay, so sequence. I always prepare and do a walkthrough. I normally do it by the plane, but the sun is beating down today, so I'm gonna do it in here. It's just a walkthrough and I visualize. It's memorized. I also have a sequence card in the plane, but the routine, I'm just gonna walk through it. You're gonna see me shut my eyes, you're gonna see me do it. So here we go. Big thing with airshow flying and racing, it's all about mental prep. I have aggressive moments, slow moments, and really flowy moments. Vegemite twist. It's just important to switch everything off. Distractions come, being able to just put them away. What you got to do later in the day, forget about it. It's going to be an inverted spin to land, right on the edge of the box, slip, touch. So I'm good. We have 20 minutes and we should be at the plane, but we're gonna head out earlier. I need to do a quick radio check and just the final look at the aircraft. So I'm just slowing down and we're gonna head out to the plane in a bit. So I'm just gonna sit down right here and just wind down, relax, and get ready. Hangar and Joey.
We talked a little earlier about it during the running start, and Eric's going to have to take that McLaren.
Need a bit of momentum here. So we're all set. We don't want to block the taxiway. We've got some warbirds coming in and warbirds going out. So right now I'm looking at the wind. I'm looking at the other acts, and Vicky's right now flying and racing the car, which we're going to do in a bit. That's cool. So it's a strong on-crowd wind, so we need to offset a lot.
Dr. Vicky Benzing and Plum Crazy.
It's hotter, so the density is lower. Density altitude is higher. We're gonna get set up in the cockpit. We're gonna do a radio check. I'm gonna race him. So yeah, for me it's about authenticity and we're gonna put on a race. Here's my sequence cards, top secret, not gonna show you. How do you make it fair? It's incredibly difficult, right? Off the start, the car has more traction. Yeah. So it can it'll beat me every day. Especially if it's like a super fast Ferrari or like a Lamborghini Revolta or a P1 McLaren. There's no way you can beat it. But as soon as we get going, I can take him easily. So Kanga's gonna come for a flight. Let's get him in. It's all about security, safety. And these zip ties are super strong. So Kanga and Joey are coming for a ride. This is the first time they've come. They were jealous because they saw Charlie come for a flight with me. So they're like, what about us? So one last thing I got to do before we go is a radio check. We talk while we fly. So it's really important that my radio works. So let's check that out. Air boss, how do you read? Air boss, can you read me? Air boss, how do you read? This is Aarron radio check. So this is one of the things, right? Things go wrong. We've got a problem right now. So how do I deal with it? We got to be in the plane in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, the frequency is correct. Let's Let's try different. We'll switch it and switch it back. Air boss, how do you read?
Well, designed by the late great Kelly Johnson, designer of the P-38 lighting we saw earlier.
Okay, let me call him, let me check. Hey boss, it's Aaron, how are you? Can you hear me on the radio? I've been calling. You live right now? I might have a radio problem, let me check. Okay, he's on, but he didn't hear us, so I'm gonna check the antenna, check a couple other things, and we'll see. Everything looks connected, so what we're gonna do is, let's change the headset. So, as I talked about, like preparation, always have be prepared for something going wrong. I have a couple of spare headsets. Let's see if this fixes it. Air boss, how do you read? Hey, got you loud and clear. Okay, check. Radio is good. We are good to go. I am on time. Thanks. We are good, but time compression. So let's get ready and got to deal with the bag. Push the plane out a little bit more. See you in a bit.
We got some high energy work coming up for you here. We'll tell you about that in just 1 second. Controllers is the control tower to your show, right? Acts as what we call the corner marker where the aerobatic area is. So you'll see the aircraft going around the back of the tower there, doing, in essence, tower flybys. Folks up in the tower they're getting a great shot of some of these aircraft as they come ripping by the tower.
Check. Aaron, what are you doing up there showing off? That's a little stretch of the legs. When I do that, I have to push my full left rudder. It gets me going. What do you think? Does it look pretty good? Yeah, it's a good one. That's a keeper for you, Aaron, I think. Hey, Huggy, it is such an honor to play a show with you. If everyone down there doesn't understand that this announcer isn't just an ordinary announcer, he is a legend. He flies U-2 spy planes, a bunch of amazing fighter jets. He's just a damn gentleman. It's such a pleasure to work with you, sir. You're very kind, Aaron. Thank you. Here we go. We got a 5. We got a 4. Pull your fingers out. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Music on. Music on.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former Australian Unlimited Aerobatics competition champion, the reigning Sky Grand Prix champion, international air show and air race pilot. It is none other than Mr. Aarron Deliu. He's pretty much conquered most of the world. Now he's ready to conquer North America. Building all that speed up on that extra 330 SC. Today he'll be experiencing G-pulls of both positive and negative, up to 10 G's positive, I believe 8 G's negative. There as he tumbles the aircraft through the sky on what they call a gyroscopic maneuver, using the gyroscopics of the propeller spinning so fast. Full power on that engine. He hovers the aircraft right there, and now using the torque of the engine to spin the aircraft around. Yeah, there's no aerodynamics working on the wing right there. That's the power of the engine spinning the aircraft. Go all the way back to 1970, the late, great Charlie Hillard performed that torque roll in international competition. Had never been seen before, blowing the judges away. And now that maneuver is a staple of aerobatic competition. Aaron bringing the aircraft, there's a little bit of negative. When he straps into this aircraft, he has a double seatbelt system he puts on, with one of the seatbelts actually has a ratchet. And he cranks that ratchet down as tight as it will possibly go across his hips, literally welding himself to the seat. So he's not moving around the cockpit. He is welded to that aircraft and able to maintain control the entire time. You liking this? You wish you were up there with Aarron doing that? Well, we're going to jump on the radio with him here in a second while he's cooling down, getting his breath back. We'll talk to him live and see how things are going up there.
What's going on up there, Aarron? Oh, how was that? How was that, Huggy? Have you fallen asleep, Huggy? Can you read me down there? Huggy, you there? Hey, boss, is Huggy on frequency? I think he's trying to get you out. Okay, yeah, it's 12725. I'm not hearing him.
I got you now, Aarron.
Did you walk away from the stand again?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Aarron. But we are here. Actually, Lindy and I are both here watching you, having a great time.
Oh, that's absolutely awesome. We're a little behind schedule because of that, but hey, I always like to do a shout-out halfway through. First shout-out is all to the amazing veterans and the current servicemen and women that have protected this fine nation and the world. I am from Australia, and I am so appreciative for what the sacrifices you have made and what your family has made. You see, I'm stretching my legs here, just checking a couple of things because the next part of the act is going to be wild. A couple more thanks. Thanks to Owen. You're a great air boss. Love working with you. The Hintons and Planes of Fame. Absolute rock stars. This is one of my favorite shows now. Just love being here. Santa Maria Airport, phenomenal. And the final shout out is to 3 girls. They're kind of like the 3 Musketeers. We have Ali, Jane, and Angela. Absolute legends. They've made this show work, along with amazing volunteers behind the scenes. So if you see a volunteer out there with a bright yellow shirt, say thank you to them. They're the reason that this show happens. Hey, Huggy, I think that's enough of me talking. Let's chat. I'm looking forward to chatting to Lindy. Let's tear up the next part of the show. I'm coming in. I'm going to show you some competition stuff. Let's go.
Okie doke, we're ready.
This is about 9.5 G. I'm going to look for a gate. I'm going up as high as I can. So I'm going to do a car maneuver I call the Vegemite twist. If you've ever had Vegemite, it kind of makes you do stuff like this. I'm going to take it straight to the ground and... Do you feel that, Huggy?
Oh, that looks painful.
It's not painful, it's pretty, it's a nice feeling, you get used to it. But this is where it hurts a lot. I love this effect of the plane falling towards the ground while being flat and spinning. A lot of people think that this is a recording, but it is not.
Aarron, don't you ever fly straight and level?
I don't understand flying straight level. Hey, so is Lindy there to chat?
Yeah, she's ready. She's right here.
You gonna give her the radio or you gonna hog it again?
She's right here.
Alrighty, hit me with it.
Hey, Lindy. It's been awesome hanging out with you guys. And the Jack Aces. That Mustang King is amazing.
I don't know. You don't have a Merlin engine, but it's all right.
I want a Merlin engine. I tell you, could you imagine this plane with a Merlin?
All right, I have one important question for you. Did you pick your music, or is Huggy that awesome?
I have good music taste. I actually think you guys have good music taste too. Your opening for Jack Aces is absolutely epic.
Well, thank you. Ariel actually was the mastermind behind it. I was just the one that put it all together.
Hey, has Huggy told you about my favorite maneuver?
I don't think I did tell her about it.
Setting up for it right now, getting enough energy. I'm gonna do what I call the boomerang. When you throw it, it should come back. It's a little bit tricky. Doesn't always go to plan. So let's see if we'll do it now. Here we go.
Well, folks, he didn't catch that. He calls this maneuver the boomerang. He just invented it, being an Australian. He likes the boomerang.
This is the tricky part. That was it.
Love the boomerang.
That one takes a lot out of me. Pushing again. You know, I'm not afraid of negative G's, Huggy.
You know, you're doing your Immelmans the wrong way. I thought the canopy was supposed to be on the inside.
Can you do inverted flight in the U-2 spy plane?
I don't think so.
So, I want to show you a spiraling tower. It's going to come up straight dead center. Pull up, 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 up. We're going to wait, present the wings. Here we go. We expect the plane to stop and then transition to a flat spin. It's kind of cool. I like that maneuver. Gives me a chance to catch my breath for the next epic part.
Man, you're really putting that engine through the paces. It's looking great.
It's all about engine control and temperature management. And then also myself. I like to tell the ladies I'm a highly tuned athlete.
What are you doing, Aaron? You don't have a helicopter rating.
Isn't that cool? I call that my inverted flip to an inverted hover. It's kind of a mini saloon, but it's not the real deal. The real deal is this maneuver. I'm going to bring it to show center and bring the plane to a standstill. This is for Lindy and for everyone else. And I want to chat to Lindy. Give Lindy the microphone back as I bring it up at crowd center. And park it right about here. Do you mind if I park here for a minute?
Go for it.
So, Lindy, how'd you get started in aviation? Tell the crowd.
All right, well, I am a third-generation pilot. My dad is a Mustang pilot out on the East Coast, and I was somehow convinced to start hanging out with these 3 Mustang pilots this year.
You guys are pretty damn cool. Do you get to travel around with them and announce them all around the place?
Yeah, it's been great. We've had 11 shows this year, and I've actually gotten to log almost 20 hours in the Mustang, thanks to Marco for being my incredible flight instructor.
So jealous. You have to be the coolest announcer. Sorry, Huggy, I used to think you were the coolest. I think Lindy beats you.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put that on record, man.
You definitely can. Hey, Huggy, I got a couple more maneuvers, and then we're gonna race against Pretty Boy Ferrari. We beat him yesterday, so we have a couple of bucks on the line. I'm gonna quickly say hi to the crowd people. They're gonna be the officials that judge if this is a fair race.
Well, I've got Eric. I see him down there in the Corvette.
Eric, you want to pull up? Get ready. I hope you left your money on the counter.
Money? I I don't need any money to beat you.
Oh, bring it. So this race is going to be pretty epic. We're going to race up the runway. We're going to do a turnaround. He is going to whip that car around so fast. I'm going to whip the plane around as fast as I can. And we're going to come back. And if it's an easy win, you'll see me flip it inverted. It's kind of a way of saying, gotcha.
It's going to be America versus Australia on this one. We'll see. They're going to run over the end of the run.
Towers confirmed they're ready. We'll do a running start.
Do a 180 and race back. We're going to see who's going to win this one.
We're going to be coming from the left.
The turnaround is going to be the tough part.
Try not to do a spin start this time. Let's go! Go, go, go! Call that acceleration.
He's catching you, Aaron.
It's the turnaround. The car can always turn around quicker. Oh, I see him. How does my back of my plane look, Eric?
All right, there we go for the turnaround. I think Eric's got the advantage. Aaron's got to get a lot up there, get the speed down, tighten his turn radius, but now he can use that altitude to increase his airspeed.
Oh, that was a big turnaround. The pressure is
and
on.
knowing Aaron, he's going to show off a little bit as he comes down in front of the crowd. We'll see how this turns out.
Have you got matches in that thing?
It's neck and neck. Aaron, you got him by a nose.
I'll be collecting my check down there. Hey, I want to do a couple of passes. Get your cameras out, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see you guys on Instagram. Huggy, I need you to shout my name out to them so they can find me on Instagram and YouTube.
I'll do it. I'll spell it out for him on the microphone, sure.
There he goes, showing out the top of the aircraft. Aarron Deliu, all the way from Australia. He spells it A-A-R-R-O-N. Yeah, 2 A's, 2 R's.
We have one more pass, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do something pretty cool. It's an embedded spin to landing, something I embedded. I'm going to bring it to you so you watch the plane closely.
And the last name is Deliu, D-E-L-I-U. Aarron Deliu, you can check him out at Aarron Deliu on Instagram. He's all over social media. Final photo pass, ripping by the tower, giving them a wave.
Aaron, we can't thank you enough, man. Thanks for coming out here to Santa Maria last minute, and it's just a fantastic act. Great to have you.
Hey, you're the one, you're my secret weapon that makes me look good. So I'm setting up, I'm going to switch frequencies. See everyone on the ground.
Roger that.
Boss, request permission to land. Wind 300, deck clear to land 30. Thank you, sir. Clear to land 30. That's a cool pattern entry. It's the only way. I'd like to see that in the orbit.
All right, now Aaron, he's spinning all the way down. He's trying to land out of this. It doesn't look like he can do it, but he pulls it off every time. Right down, but even before the 1,000-foot markers on there. A big round of applause for just an amazing aerobatic act. Aarron Deliu, ladies and gentlemen.
Santa Maria show is down for us today. It was epic to fly, working with all the cool bosses. Try that again. Santa Maria Air Show, unreal. Warbird heaven with an extra thrown in. It was absolutely awesome working with Huggy and Owen up there. I'm now gonna run over there, meet the crowd, and have some fun. Let's go. That was good, man. I like that. Hey guys, high five. Hey, you're still here? Well, check out the other video where I bring an extra 330 right beside a Vietnam era Huey helicopter. It is insane. Cletus is flying it with Paul Bar. Hey guys. Check out the video. Yes, that was good. Oh, what do you think? You enjoy it? Yeah? Right, watch this. You ready? Yeah, that was it. I like that. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Where are you from? Australia. Nice.